Hello and welcome to episode 114 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. We are away to Sunderland in the Championship. I'll then play the Hartlepool EFL Cup game off camera, and we'll come back and I'll show you the home match against Nottingham Forest in the Championship. So let's get straight into it, and I'll show you the team that's going to go to Sunderland in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then for the trip to Sunderland, and it is Setford in goal, back four of Mia, Hadler, Shields and Carden, Continella at the base of midfield, Voigt and Insua ahead of him, Hector on the left, Ibrahimovic on the right, Oliver up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant is suggesting go out there and impress me, given that it's the first day of the season and we've got absolutely nothing to go on. I think that's probably a reasonable suggestion, so we'll go with a pointed finger and agree with him, and let's go out there and do it. So we'll kick things off, and as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how the land lies, unless anything dramatic happens. It is a Sunderland free kick to start with. It's Berry over it, and he hits the crossbar with it, and it's headed behind for a Sunderland corner. So I think probably at this stage I demand more, even though we're only 2 minutes in. So Jovanovic's corner in, Carden heads away, Teresiano picks it up, but the highlight comes to an end. And still no sign of a Stoke highlight. No shots on target from either team. Now we've got to highlight ourselves. Ibrahimovic plays it through. Insua's dispossessed, but wins it back. Plays it in, and it's intercepted. And it's played long by them, but we've won it back. Shields to Voigt. Into Insua, out to Carden on the right, plays it down the line for Ibrahimovic, crosses it in, headed away, but Mia will get there, heads it forward for Hector, who plays in Voigt, Mia to Continella, who hits a shot, and it grazes the crossbar on the way over, and the highlight comes to an end. So we are beginning to get our way back into the game. Continella to Ibrahimovic, plays it through for Oliver, weak shot, ends up in the arms of Marshall, and that is the end of that highlight. So let's demand more again, and we'll start looking at player ratings and see who might need to come off at half time. It's looking like Oliver might be the one to come off. Teresiano to Jovanovic. Jovanovic forced backwards to Kareem. Jovanovic again into Volpato. Crossfield ball finds Palmerson. Dobbins ball in. And Emre Tezgel gives Sunderland the lead. It's Sunderland 1, Stoke City 0. So we're going to need a demand more, as Insua is surely fouled, and that's a red card for Tezgel, the goal scorer. Can we make that count and get ourselves back into the match? So I think we're looking at a double change at half time, possibly at the moment. Continella plays it in, Voigt heads it down, Ibrahimovic to Insua. Crossed in, and Hector has grabbed an equaliser. No, he hasn't. It's disallowed for offside, and we will go in at half time a goal down, so there will be a double change at half time. Right, show me something else in the second half, and that double change is going to be David Oliver for Casey Meredith, and Hector for Ladji Sidibe. And let's go out there and see if we can get something out of the second half. Let's demand more as Carden brings it forward, crosses halfway, plays it over the top for Sidibe, who shoots, and the keeper makes a save. Ibrahimovic runs it out of play, and that's a good start to the second half, but we don't have anything to show for it yet. Carden wins his header. Meredith to Voigt, to Carden on the right again. He's given it away to Berry. Thornber to Berry, to turns to Palmerson, but we've won it back. Ibrahimovic gives it away, but then gets it back. It's given away again, and it's a penalty. And we've got a chance this time to get back into it through Ibrahimovic from the spot. His spot kick is a weak one, easily saved by Marshall. And I think Ibrahimovic might well be the next man to come off and be replaced by Cunningham. Palmerson to Thornber. I cannot believe we're not at least level in this game. Thornber back to Kareem, into Jovanovic. Kareem again. Back to Turns. Thornber dispossessed. Meredith plays it left to Sidibe. He turns, gets past his man, crosses it, and it's a second penalty. And this time, can Ibrahimovic put it in? In fact, Continella's taking it, and he scores. And it is Sunderland 1, Stoke City 1. We've got half an hour to find a winner. And it's a Sunderland highlight. Palmerson into Berry. Dobbin hits a shot, and that's a good save. But it will be a Sunderland corner. So let's demand more while the corner's in progress. As it comes in, Setford grabs it, and the highlight comes to an end. Right, Mia needs to come off, but I'll wait for this highlight to end. Meredith picks up the throw, and it's crossed in, headed away, as they get it totally clear this time. Cunningham collects it though, to Continella, to Carden, back to Shields. Surely this has to go long. Carden to Cunningham, back to Shields. Go long this time. No, he goes across to Hadler, into Voigt. He goes long, but it's too long. It's kept in by Sidibe just. Mia's cross. Insua's beaten to it, and it's cleared as far as Carden. Continella to Carden, into Insua. Voigt plays it in, and Insua's shot is turned behind by Marshall. So this time we can make the changes, and we're going to take Mia off and bring on Chevalier. And I think that's going to be it. And we've got 20 minutes left to try and find a winner. Let's demand more as soon as we can. Can't yet. Thornber is tackled, and it's now 10 aside. Insua with the red card for Stoke. So we'll move our defensive midfielder forward. And so we're sacrificing a defensive midfielder and taking off. Who's playing poorly? No one particularly. Carden's struggling fitness-wise. So we'll bring on Ruiz, probably. In fact, no, Sean Neal. We'll bring Sean Neal on. And that will be our final change. We've got about 15 minutes to try and find a winner. Setford plays it short to Hadler, into Voigt, who plays it forward for Cunningham, to the right for Neil, and he plays it infield to Continella. Voigt plays it into Sidibe, Chevalier on the overlap, crosses it in, and the header from Continella just wide. So let's demand more and let's go attacking. We're inside the last 10 minutes. We might as well try and win the game. We deserve to. We've absolutely dominated it. Will we get one more chance to potentially win the game? The answer to that is no. It ends Sunderland 1, Stoke City 1, and I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and a home match with Nottingham Forest. And the team for this one is Setford in goal. Back four is Mia, Hadler, Shields and Carden. Continella at the base of midfield. Voigt and Meredith ahead of him. Hector on the left. Ibrahimovic on the right. Oliver up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants to emphasise the fact we're favourites and we should make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. Okay, so let's go out there and try and prove that and kick things off. As always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things play out, and then we'll make any changes we need to based on what we've seen. So it is Nottingham Forest with the first highlight, but we do win it back. Hector has the shot and it's just over the top, and the highlight comes to an end. So I think and encourage at this point, probably the right call. Corner comes in as an in-swinger from Ibrahimovic, deep, and Oliver at the back post heads it home. And it is Stoke City 1, Nottingham Forest 0. We've played 11 minutes. So far, so good. And it's a Stoke highlight again. Carden into Oliver, dispossessed. And it's back with Alvarez, the Forest keeper. Hadler picks up his clearance and plays it short to Mia in the left back slot. Continella back to Hadler. Mia again. Plays it into Oliver, who goes for the ball over the top, the diagonal. It's cleared, but we win it back. Ibrahimovic into Oliver, and he slots it into the corner. And that's 2 goals in the opening 15 minutes. It's Stoke City 2, Nottingham Forest 0. And so far, we are looking really good. So let's get the league table up so we can see where we are. We're in a playoff position as it stands in 6th, so a good place to be. Can we make the most of it and go and build on this? So Nappy, one of my former players of course, back to Di Stefano, and Dai to Darbo. Lajetic hits the woodwork and Mia picks up the loose ball. Highlight comes to an end and we pick up the action with another Stoke highlight. Crossed into the area, Ibrahimovic's header, and he's got his first goal of the season. Stoke City 3, Nottingham Forest 0. And that should be the half-time score. And it is. So I'm not going to make any changes at half-time. We're going to leave it. I agree with my assistant. I'm happy with that. So let's encourage. And let's do 2 subs on the hour. And then 3 on about 75 minutes. So Carden brings it forward, finds Ibrahimovic. He gives chase to his own clearance, puts the defender under pressure. Terrible pass, and Hector has scored. In fact, it wasn't a terrible pass. It was Ibrahimovic with the assist. My apologies. And there we go. It's 4-0 on the hour. We need to make 2 changes. I'll wait for this highlight to end. Oliver picks up the ball, flicks it on. Dover finds Poncho. And it's played over the top. And I'm going to make a change as Nottingham Forest have scored. It's 4-1. So I'm going to make 2 changes now. We'll take Hadler off and bring on Ivan. We'll take Meredith off and bring on Morante, and that'll do for now. So 4-1 up, played down the right hand side, but the highlight comes to an immediate end, and it's Poncho with the corner. The header from Lazetic is just wide, so a demand more now, just to let them know that we do need to concentrate. And when we get to 75 minutes, hopefully it'll be clear what subs we need to make. Carden with the tackle, but Lazetic retains possession. Cousins ball in, headed away. Pastor picks it up, and Setford is out to claim. And the highlight comes to an end. We will make a change now. We'll make our final 3 changes. So we'll take Carden off and bring on Sean Neal. We'll take David Shields off and bring on Emilio Ruiz. And we will take Kamal Mia off and bring on Chevalier. So an entirely new back 4. And let's confirm all of that. Restart the match. And let's see out the last 15 minutes. So Ruiz to Voigt to Neal. Into Morante. Ibrahimovic. Morante turns, finds Voigt. Plays it out to the left for Chevalier. He's in the area, crosses. And David Oliver has another one. And that's a hat-trick for David Oliver. It's 5-1. And hopefully that will be the final score. Richly deserved. Dover comes forward for Nottingham Forest. Back to Voorts. All the way back to Alvarez. Finds De Stefano. Over the top for Cousins. And they have got another one back. Kyle Williams pounces on the loose ball. It's Stoke City 5, Nottingham Forest 2. And that should be the last highlight, and it is. Full time, Stoke City 5, Nottingham Forest 2. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the league table, and as you can see, the 4 points from that episode has left us in 3rd place in the table, behind the only 2 teams with a perfect record at this stage, Southampton and Luton Town. So let's have a look at what is coming up on the next episode, and I'm going to try and get quite a few games done. And I will bring you back for the games at the end of October. I'll bring you back for Derby County away and the game at the start of November at home to Oxford United. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.